This week we're going to look into giant mech battles and wonder if the game is going to smash its way onto your console. This is It Worth Your Memory? Daemon X Machina. Now, this is a game that is a third-person robot fighting simulator. You go on missions for your sponsors and to either destroy something or to protect, and then destroy something again. The missions are fairly simple and straightforward, but it's all about the gameplay. Dashing around your mech feels so powerful and fun. You can slash enemies with your energy swords, you can gun them down with rifles or any missiles that you may have. Honestly, this is what will draw you into this game.
Short-range radar will not be affected. Initiate each arsenal signal. Opening squad communications channel.
Next thing is customization on the mechs, and your character actually. Now, I give this game a big point in the amount of customizations you can do. I do feel like I need to mention that some of the parts you find in the overworld do feel like the same as others, which makes me think if they had a tier system for loot, or it would feel a bit more rewarding, or if they actually changed up some of the weapon types that they have. Sadly, the skill trees they offer kind of feel like they're kind of bland. They don't really show too much, and they're just really big stat buffs for your characters, and they don't really show up in game too well. I feel like it's a sea of customizations that is not super useful at all. I feel like if they added some class abilities, or even using the same manufacturer parts from the same type of person that made them, that would probably change up the mech that you use, such as either flying faster or changing to, having your swords be more powerful. Something different will probably make this game a little bit better. Missions. Now, they have added some new stuff over time, like the new open world missions, but the fact is that you're going to go ahead and complete the story. I do enjoy the cutscenes, but when it goes from cutscene to odd dialogue box with bad voice acting, it does take away from the experience. The missions are very straightforward and very repetitive. They're not very complex, which does make the game a little bit more boring at times, and you do lose interest every now and then. It needs more interesting boss fights that can even be more puzzle-like to make sure the player has more of a challenge. Overall, the missions are very straightforward and on repeat. Art style is one of my favorite things about this game, since art itself is cel-shaded, which goes well with flying mechs. I love all the colors that they have chosen, and the explosions are simple but get the job done. I could say some of my friends have complained about the screen clutter, which is a thing and not really a deal breaker for me. The music is great, it matches the genre, which I have no gripes with at all. Of course, one thing is for certain, not a lot of people like cel shading, so if that's something that you're not going to enjoy, I don't know if you want to stare at that for a few hours. Verdict. I believe Daemon X Machina is a great game. If you're into the genre of mech battles, and personally I am a fan of the genre, I played all the Armored Core games, or well, most of them, and I have seen the games basically stay the same, which I feel is the reason why it left the public eye. I believe this title has potential and even could be a looter with interesting boss fights. I think it's a delete after completion main type of story game. And that's all there is to it, since there's only a few reasons to go back and replay after the main stories finish. Next time on Is It Worth Your Memory? Warframe.